The long-awaited drawing for solar water heaters is over, and you may be one of the lucky residents to receive a call from officials at the Ministry of Environment. The drawing was conducted this morning in Rawson Square by Minister of State for Utilities Fenton Nemore and the program's partners. The solar water heater and solar photovoltaic systems pilot program is a way to test the feasibility of solar energy and to help thousands of consumers realize some savings. As part of its sustainable energy program, the government will provide 100 solar water heaters and 33 photovoltaic systems to the public. The state minister was pleased with the response.
Bahamians are beginning to recognize the great potential that God has blessed us with, our solar resources, the sun, and so they have participated intensely in this program. We have received almost 400 applicants in this drawing, and so I'm indeed pleased.
The environment has also recognized that residents are taking full advantage of solar power use.
According to the existing legislation, an individual can use a separate source of energy once they've gotten approval either from BEC or the ministry that's responsible for BEC, which is in this case the Ministry of the Environment. So there are options other to BEC in terms of using renewable energy. And so individuals have benefited in the past, and I see them benefiting even more in the future, particularly with solar water heaters. Solar water heaters does not require BEC's approval or the ministry. One can just simply install them at their home because there's no electrical connection required.
The Bahamas National Drug Council is continuing efforts to raise awareness among students about the harmful effects of illegal drug use. The council is partnering with the U.S. Embassy to sponsor a Bahamian Youth Expression Against Drug contest, and youngsters throughout the country are being urged to participate. Administrator for the Bahamas National Drug Council, Dr. Bridget Roll, talks about the contest.
The theme for the competition: how do illegal drugs harm individuals, families and communities? What can you do to counter illegal drugs and their harmful effects in your community? To participate, all students between the ages of 12 and 14 are invited to participate in Youth Express by submitting an original essay, rap or spoken word, poetry performance that demonstrates their commitment to fostering a drug-free community throughout the Bahamas.
A diverse panel will select 35 finalists to participate in a National Geographic camp in Cape Eleuthera this fall. Project coordinator Paul Williams talked about the prizes being offered.
The prizes for Youth Express will be in the form of a digital camera at the end of the experience during the photo camp in Eleuthera. But the main prize is not so much simply the camera, it's being involved in this total experience itself. Participants will receive a wonderful experience during the summer where we will conduct a peer leadership camp involving 35 finalists from the Youth Expression competition.
Now, submissions for the contest should be mailed in by March 1st. You can also mail submissions electronically to Youth Expressions 2012 at bahamasndc.org or contact the Bahamas National Drug Council office. The Community Garden Initiative by the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries was officially launched this morning. The program complements other ongoing programs by the ministry, including the Backyard Garden and the School's Garden program. Officials firmly believe that the initiative will serve to reduce the level of imports into the country. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources Larry Cartwright says the program will also enhance control of the environment, improving access to food and better nutrition.
I trust that this initiative will play a positive role in promoting a sense of belonging, personal worth, and community. Additionally, it has been demonstrated that gardens have a positive impact on open space management, crime reduction, and vandalism, waste management, and maintenance cost reductions. I trust that our community gardens will be places for meeting and friendship.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Let's take a look at what's making business news today.
The local daily reporting that the Finlayson family is seeking a joint venture that would acquire a majority equity stake in the City Market's supermarket chain. However, no deal has been sealed as yet, although the article is reporting that it might break in several weeks. The Bahamas Institute of Financial Services and the Bahamas Association for Compliance Officers congratulating former BACO executive and BIFS treasurer Dave Smith on his appointment as the new executive director of the Bahamas Securities Commission. An active member of the financial services community, Mr. Smith recently served as resident manager of BAC Bahamas Bank Limited. His new appointment at the Securities Commission takes effect March 1st. February 23rd is the date for the 14th Grand Bahama Business Outlook at the Grand Lucine Resort in Freeport. This year's theme is Grand Bahama 2012, Identifying Spark Plugs to Get the Engine Running. Organized by the Councils Limited, President Joan Albury said there has been much talk about the challenges of Grand Bahama, and they're concerned that it has been mostly negative and few of the opinion leaders seem willing to advance positive options. Yet there are opportunities that need to be discussed. From international business, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke told U.S. Congress Thursday that the recovery remains frustratingly slow in the United States, and now Europe's debt crisis is posing additional challenges. Bernanke also assured the House Budget Committee that the Fed is doing everything in its power to prevent an economic slowdown in the United States. And in regional business, Montserrat's Governor Adrian Davis said at least 750 new jobs will be created when Montserrat pushes forward on its development of a new town in Little Bay and upgrading its tourism product. Governor Davis told the media last week that he was pleased with the progress being made to pursue the creation of a new master plan for the town. Remember, you can send us an email or join us on www.znsbahamas.com or become our friend on ZNS's official Facebook page.
And that will end tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Altaviz Munnings.